What's up, guys? DSEC28 here, and welcome to part 1 of my adventure in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes Tactical Espionage Operations. I've been wanting to play this game for so long. You guys don't even understand. I played Metal Gear Solid 4, the only one I've ever played. Sadly, I have not played the first, second, or third one. I have the second and third one for my PlayStation 2. I need to get the first one, and I need to play them all. But when I played Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, I think it's called like it's Tactical Espionage Action. This one's Tactical Espionage Operations. So I don't know what the difference is, but I am pumped to play this game, and I am pumped to play Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Like the synopsis, I guess I could say, not synopsis, but you play as Big Boss, and that's the dad of Solid Snake and Liquid Snake that was in Metal Gear Solid 4. So he's the dad of Liquid Snake and Solid Snake. This is based, I think, in like the 1980s or 1970s. I'm not sure what it is, but I am so pumped to play this game. Like, oh my god. You seriously don't even understand how pumped I am to play this game. So, today is June 21st. I have to still say the dates in my videos because of my situation with the house selling and all that. Our drink of the day is a nice cold apple juice, just because I literally played part 32 of The Crew, the one that was like 4 minutes long. So I literally just played that. So, like I said in that video, I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid. Here I am playing Metal Gear Solid. Oh, that's cold. Oh my god. It's amazing. I'm like nervous to press the options button. It's so weird it's not press start button. It just, it's kind of sad because I was literally PlayStation 1 all the way through, so it's kind of, I don't know. It's weird. Alright. Oh god. Check and save data. Do not turn the system off. So we got English, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Dutch, Russian, and Mandarin Chinese, I'm guessing. Mandarin. We are English, obviously, so. Oh god, you guys don't even understand. I am so pumped to play this. Okay. I don't want to do this. I don't care. Except. Okay. This better not just be online. I got this free on the PlayStation Plus. Because I have PlayStation Plus, I got it for free. So. Oh, it's not. Okay. I didn't think this was going to be just online or some crap, but okay. So we got cassette tapes. No tapes. Pre-mission briefings. Oh my god. Wow. What is this stuff? Music. Oh, we got music. It's like Metal Gear Solid 4. It has the music. I don't know if these are copyright, but oh my god. I'm seriously so pumped. Oh my god. Backstory. Okay, we're gonna watch this first, guys. We are watching this first. For us, there is no victory. There lived a man who was a legend among mercenaries, a man who put together a formidable unit of soldiers of fortune long before the advent of private military companies that dared to call itself a nation. A man who, with his nation at his back, made an enemy of modern capitalist society and the world. This is his story. We're not mercenaries, we're Foreign Legion. MSF's a business, a new kind of business. Miller. This is Miller, so that guy right there, I believe that's Miller. I remember watching the trailer and stuff like that. Oh god, I'm so pumped. Known by code names such as Snake and later Big Boss, he proved himself as an agent of U.S. Special Forces Unit Fox. But a certain incident spurred him apart ways with the military, and he is said to have roamed to have roamed the world's war zones as a gun for hire. In 1974, Snake and his partner Kazuhira Miller were running a small mercenary outfit in Colombia when they were visited by a man claiming to be a professor from Costa Rica's University for Peace. According to this professor, there had been several incidents involving a mysterious armed group in Costa Rica, a country without a military of its own. The professor was accompanied by one of his students, a girl named Paz, who had been abducted and assaulted by this group. The professor and Paz offered to hire Snake to drive the group out of Costa Rica. However, Snake saw their deception in an instant. My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake, Paz. The professor was actually a KGB agent and the armed group in question backed by the CIA. The Cold War was no stranger to such overseas clandestine operations between US and Soviet agents, but the CIA's motives were a mystery. Paz had escaped from one of the CIA's group's facilities with a cassette tape. On it was the voice of a woman known as the Mother of Special Forces, the Boss, with a popular song from 1973 playing in the background. It was reasonable to conclude that the recording was recently made recently. Snake was stunned. The Boss was supposed to be dead, but what was she doing in Costa Rica? The Boss actually made an appearance in Metal Gear Solid 4, and I believe she died at the end. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I played Metal Gear Solid 4, and if I remember correctly, she dies at the end because he realizes that's her mom. So if I'm correct, don't quote me on this because I'm not a massive Metal Gear Solid fanatic. I love the games, but I don't know the pure story. I believe Big Boss, which is the character I play, and the Boss were like together, and they made Liquid Snake and Solid Snake, if I'm correct. Because Solid Snake, I don't think, knew that when you're playing it in Metal Gear Solid 4, and then when you meet her, she says that like he's her, she's his mother, and then she like dies, I think, because she like lends him the motorcycle or something. I remember she dies. So obviously this isn't what year did that game play in? I think it was 2015. So this is obviously like in the 1980s. It's the late 1970s or 80s. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but so that was with that. I'll do it for the girl, for Paz, Snake. The Boss was Snake's mentor and the only woman he ever loved. But 10 years prior, Snake was forced to take the Boss's life as part of a mission. So supposedly, like, no one thought she was alive, I think. If I remember correctly, don't quote me. A bitter memory that still haunted him. Despite realizing that she simply could not have survived, Snake was unable to turn the professor down. Telling himself if he was intervening as a deterrent for a defenseless country, as well as to honor the virtue of Paz's name, peace. Snake departed for Costa Rica. Once there, he ran into a unit of the Sandinista National Liberation Front that had fled Nicaragua. After rising up against the pro-American Somoza regime, these rebels had become targets for the CIA group, who killed their commandante and left the unit in shambles. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. Chico. Snake rescued the Sandinistas and invited them back to the mother base, the new offshore base of operations provided by them by the KGB. The fallen commandante's children, Amanda and Chico, saw something in their hero, Che Guevara, in Snake and grew to idolize him. This triggered a rapid expansion of Snake's forces. However, he was no closer to discovering what the CIA was really up to in Costa Rica. I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence, Huey. Snake then encountered Huey, a wheelchair-bound scientist being forced to work for the CIA. Huey revealed the CIA's terrifying plot. They were developing a system by which, following radar detection of a enemy nuclear launch, an AI would analyze all available data and automatically execute a retaliatory nuclear strike at appropriate targets. Although designed to increase the power of nuclear deterrence, Coldman, the CIA's Central American Station chief, planned to actually launch a nuke to demonstrate the effectiveness of automated retaliation. This demonstration was only 5 days away. Snake rushed to the development lab to stop their AI from being completed. You've everything: your country, your identity, your past, and ideals, but there's only one thing you haven't let go of: Miller. Upon infiltrating the lab, Snake was greeted by the voice from the tape, that same voice of his lost mentor, the boss. But this was in fact the voice of the retaliatory system's AI. Its developer, Dr. Strangelove. Okay, I've heard of Dr. Strangelove. I was doing like a wiki search of this game like way back, and I remember reading something about Dr. Strangelove had selected the boss, the so-called greatest soldier who ever lived, as the AI's intellectual model. However, succumbing to personal obsession, Strangelove had deviated from the research's original purpose. Not only had she reproduced the boss's voice, she was on the verge of bringing her psyche back from life in AI form, driven by a bizarre kind of love. What if the boss could truly be revived in every detail, if only in AI form? Snake hesitated as Dr. Strangelove's idea touched his sense of loss, his guard down. Snake was immediately captured. The boss's AI was completed, and Peace Walker, the nuclear-equipped walk-in battle tank housing this retaliatory AI system, went active. I was made to fight. I am a gun, Snake. Snake fought in vain as Peace Walker, and that's, I think, the second one, if I'm correct. It was the second game. Yeah, I think that was the second one. The third one's Snake Eater. So I think the second one was called Peace Walker, if I'm correct. Prepared him to fire the nuke, but in the face of the catastrophe, it was ultimately a machine that saved mankind from nuclear annihilation. The boss AI sank Peace Walker to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua. I can never say that country's name, sorry. Stopping the launch. With the crisis behind him, Snake took advantage of his recent mobilization to continue Mother Base's expansion indefinitely. Snake understood that the AI had acted to save the world, but that did not change the fact that the system based on the boss's mind had chosen at last to lay down its weapon. As a weapon himself, Snake felt the act to be a rejection of his life. Undeterred, Snake and Miller invited doctors Huey and Strangelove to Mother Base to develop Metal Gear Zeke, a bipedal weapon they eventually equipped with a nuclear warhead, suddenly making their unit nuclear powered. If I remember correctly, again, in Metal Gear Solid 4, there is a mission that you go back to Mother Base, if I'm correct. And that's where you get Metal Gear. It's like that big robot thing. And I'm not sure if that's what they're talking about. So, like I said, I'm not the biggest MGS fan to know everything about the story. I've only played the fourth one, and that's the only knowledge I have, except like reading some stuff from the Metal Gear Solid database and all that stuff. So, this place will no longer be my heaven, Paz. Meanwhile, Mother Base took in Paz, already an orphan but now left without even her KGB benefactor following the end of the crisis. However, this was all engineered by the intelligence agency known as Cypher. Under Cypher's orders, Paz got close to Amanda, Chico, and the others while exploring more and more of the base, secretly plotting to hijack Zeke. Her objective was to use the weapon as a bargaining chip to force Snake into becoming the military arm for Cypher. Paz's attempt failed when Snake defeated Zeke, and she was thrown beneath the waters of the Caribbean. It was only then that Snake learned Chico had fallen in love with her. A diary she kept on while on the base was discovered several days later. It revealed a young girl torn between serving Cypher and following her heart. This is Chico. Cypher's holding me on the U.S. military base in Cuba. Chico. Perhaps due to... Sorry if this is like a lot of reading. This is pretty much an introduction of this, I think, awesome game that will be freaking amazing. But perhaps due to... Oh god, I like yell. Perhaps due to Paz revealing the existence of Snake's nuke to Cypher, the International Atomic Energy Agency contacted Mother Base to request that it agree to a nuclear inspection. If word got out that Snake's unit had a nuclear weapon, it would face severe criticism from around the world. But Huey, acting on his own, informed the Atomic Energy Agency that Mother Base would allow the inspection. His reasoning was that as long as they kept Zeke and its nuke hidden from the inspectors, they can demonstrate to the international community that they were not a threat. The option to call off the inspection having expired, Snake and his men reluctantly got preparations underway. Meanwhile, Amanda, deployed to Cuba to assist the Sandinistas, learned that Paz had survived. The timing could not have been worse. Suspecting her from turning her back to the organization, Cypher had captured Paz and was interrogating her at the U.S. military base on the southern tip of Cuba. Chico learned of this and set out to save Paz by himself. It was not long before a radio message from Chico reached Mother Base saying he had been captured. And the last one. I know it hurts right now, but it will soon be over. Or soon be over. Same crap. Paz. With an idea as to Cypher's true identity, Snake could not allow what Chico and Paz knew to fall in their hands. Furthermore, if he could rescue Paz, he might be able to get the information from her that would help him fight back against Cypher. On the eve of the nuclear inspection, Snake made his decision to leave for Cuba. And that is where the game starts. So I'm guessing, obviously, we are going to Cuba. So I think I'm going to end this episode here. This was just like an introduction to this game. I'll probably be for the person that's in my live stream, I don't know who it is, I'll be playing this game throughout a pretty long while. So if you want to come back, I'll be here. So thank you guys for joining me on part 1 of my, I think, going to be awesome adventure in Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. If you guys like the video and you want to see more, if you guys like the video, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of this game and all my other games that I play, hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day. DSEC208's out.